And I believe we are live. I'm just going to double check that we are live inside of the group here, because I'm pretty sure that we are, because we are going to be answering some of your questions about this Club Fit Challenge that is going on live as we're kicking it tomorrow. Let's see, do we have any live videos in here? Do I see any live videos? Let me get a little update in here. And it says we're live. So should probably be good to turn my Wi-Fi on. I'm actually down here in Bogota, Colombia, which is awesome. And we are live. We got, people pouring on here. Please let us know where you're logged in from, where you're logged on from. We have a roll call post going on here today. Post up that selfie. Let us know where you're participating from. We're so excited. As we know, we have literally thousands of people now that have joined this Club Fit 60-day challenge. For those of you I haven't met yet, my name is Jessie McPherson, and today you're going to get a double dose of Jessie's. I'm excited about it. To be able to really prepare you, not just mentally, but physically for everything that is you're going to go through on this journey. And the most important thing, and the reason why I love these types of groups and these challenge groups, is not the result, but the community to support you through it. Because you're going to go through a lot of different mixed emotions. I know that I have, where days you are super excited and super inspired, and other days where you just literally want to crawl in your bed and cry, or things you want to just throw in the towel, or things where you're feeling overwhelmed. There's just usually a whole host of things that you'll probably experience on the emotional roller coaster, especially when it comes to our health. And this is an area that some of you have had absolute mastery in. And there are those of you that have had a lot of loss of power in this area of our lives, and myself included. So I am not somebody here I'm not one of your coaches. I'm a participant in this for the next 60 days. Maybe a facilitator, if that is maybe a different word for it. And I'm bringing the best of the experts and the coaches from different modalities, whether it be in fitness and in nutrition and in products and in life and in your mental state, to be able to coach me through this 60-day challenge. So selfishly, although I know many of you guys are excited about the results for you, I really did it for myself, because I found out there's no way to be accountable than get 2,000 other people to be accountable with you. So I'm excited to show up every day and give my best and my highest effort through this process as we go through it. Okay, but real quick, I want to give you a couple of details here before I turn it over to our guest speaker, and we're going to be throwing this forward to prepare through this. Is first off, tomorrow is the start, August 16th, 2021. If you haven't watched Dr. Cohn's video and training about the products, now's your chance to do some homework on that. Right? Go watch that video where he goes through individually each product, the purpose of the product, what it's there for, why it's there for, and the impact that'll really help inside of our program to really biostack and get the results that you're really looking for from your program, okay? Because we aren't just what we eat, we are what we assimilate. And we want to make sure that we're getting your body to do those things. Now, part of that is what we eat. The other is how we move, right? So I'm excited to have this guest trainer on here today who's going to be participating through the challenge with us, right? So what we eat, we have two different programs in here. And if you haven't done so already, I encourage you to print them out. Okay. One of them is our 10-day reset. I do realize you're like, doesn't he know this is 60 days? Yes, but the principles are the same, from a 10-day reset to a 60-day reset to a 60-year reset. It's really learning how to eat clean, right? So that way, in clean eating. Now, this isn't having to go vegetarian. This isn't having to go vegan or any of those things. But some of you might realize that some of those things that are slowing you down is having a little bit less in your diet, or at certain points, or maybe not having it in all three of your meals, right? So in this nutrition guide, you're going to get that, but there's also some incredible information in your nutrition guide that you can print off here as well. So print these out, learn through these, how you can stack these, and you can start from just the basic side of things, and you can start getting into the advanced things where you're actually starting to test for allergens and the things that are actually harmful to your body, like I've had a chance to do here recently. The next piece you're going to definitely be printing out is our tracker. This thing is incredible, right? So your tracker, this is your little checkbox. What do I got got to do every day. So, and when do I take my products in my wellness set that all of you have equipped yourself with? Now, if you happen to sneak into this group somehow and you don't have your wellness set, kindly remove yourself. And just so you know, you can't win the $10,000 in prizes and giveaways without having it. We will verify and we will check. Right? There are no spectators in this group. You're not here to observe other people. These are players. We are here to play. And that means getting dirty. That means falling down. That means messing up, but it also means getting back up. And so your tracking sheet is going to be incredible. Print that out. And what do you need by tomorrow, okay, to be eligible to participate? Okay, I'm going to take these little stickers off here. So eligible to participate, you must send in your email, okay? So your email must go to ClubFitChallenge@gmail.com at some point before midnight tomorrow, Pacific Standard Time. Just get it into us. If you want to, now, if you don't submit the email, you can still participate in the challenge. You just won't be eligible to win, even if you win. So, right? So what are you doing here? Please read our little PDF here of the do's and don'ts and make sure you qualify for it. And what you're going to be doing to participate in our 2 major categories and our kind of extra bonus category, right? So we're doing percentage weight loss, which is your scale, and it shows you what you need to submit. A picture of you with your feet on the scale, right? So we can see it. You're also going to have proof. And what's that proof? A video. We've all got these little cell phones. You're just going to take a little bit. Hi, my name is Jessie McPherson. Today is August 16th, 2021. And here's how much I weigh. And you're going to have that scale right there. So, and you're going to submit that in a video. Now, please note, everything you submit to us is not going to be shared. It's not going to be posted. At the end of the challenge, there will be a photo release for those that are okay with us being able to use it later, but that's going to be totally on you. What you decide to post in this group is totally at your discretion. But I can tell you right now, I am not excited about taking these before pictures tomorrow because I've been working on my before photo for far too long. But I'm going to do it, even though it's uncomfortable. Why? Because I got to get myself out there too. And then this is part of the process, right? So make sure you print this out. The next thing you got to do here is your tracking sheet. Now, you don't have to do your measurements in order to participate, but you got to have the weight with your information on here. Okay. So before and after to be eligible to win. So get that stuff in here. We're going to go through a few more details. I'm sure you guys are going to have some questions about it, but let's turn it over. So I am so grateful that this woman, when I asked her, I was like, hey, I got this idea. And I was just kind of like literally drinking out of a fire hose going, I got this idea of this challenge. And she was like, so what do I do? It's like, I just want you to be in. And she's like, I'm in, like, just how can I contribute? And so for many years, she's been a studio owner, fitness, but not just from the inside out, but the outside in has been a big part of her life. And not only that, but seeing her be able to train and coach people, no matter where they are in their journey when it comes to fitness, whether it be professional athletes or whether it be brand new people that are just walking in that feel like maybe there's a lost cause of getting their health back. And so without any further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our dear friend and one of our coaches through our program here, Jessie. Thank you for being here.
Oh, I am so stoked. The pre-warm-up is like today. We're like the day before the day. I'm super excited to be here. I'm super humbled. Coaching and mentoring and participating equally also is one of my favorite things in this wellness space. And so, you know, I'm with you if you're in that place where you've got those butterflies in your stomach and you're like, oh shoot, what did I get myself into? I know some of you are probably already like super caffeinated. You're like tunnel vision all in, and then there's probably a lot in between. And so, you know, the thing I want to talk about is how you start. I just want you to take a moment here and take a deep breath. You know, challenge is one of those words that can trigger people. You know, it's exciting, right? You say yes, like Jessie said, I've got this idea, I'm all in. And then now we're ready to rock. Now what, right? First, I want you to ground, and I just want you to take a moment. So 60 days is 60 24-hour intervals for you to be in your body, for you to connect your mind, your body, for you to be present in your journey, for you to remove comparison, the thief of joy, for you to be able to honor a new, an uncomfortable, an unknown, a next level, whatever that journey is for you. But also at the same time, letting go, right? But one of the things that I think that challenges do is that we just add, okay, I've got 47 things I'm going to start. I'm going to drink water. I'm going to work out. I'm going to do my gratitude list. I'm going to high five my neighbor. I'm going to run around the block. I'm going to, take my dog on an extra, whatever, right? We get a little excited. And then what happens is we burn out. So what I want to say to you is this. I want you to meet yourself in the middle of this journey, which is right here in the present. And for every opportunity that you get triggered, I want you to let something go. And so as you learn new things about yourself along the way, I want you to know that this 24-hour journey is 24 hours of whole transformation that you have. And so I want you to visualize over the course of the next 60 days, how every single day, you're not just doing something good for yourself, you're actually becoming a truer version of yourself. Because here's what I believe. I believe that what we are on the inside is absolutely perfect. It is full joy, full of love, full of confidence, full of courage, full of authenticity, full of curiosity, right? There's all this stuff in there. And then we grow up and, we get a little injured, we get a little traumatized, we get a little scared. And then we get into these positions where we're like, I really do need a challenge. And I really do need 2,000 soldiers next to me to make sure that I'm accountable. And that's an awesome awareness. So now I want to ask you what you're going to do every single day. And I want you to live and breathe every day as the student and the participant of your experience. And in that case, what happens is this: there's no such thing as failure, right? There's no such thing as, oh crap, I had ice cream at 2 o'clock, or oops, I accidentally didn't eat my shake today, or oh crap. There's no shame in this game. Okay. Let me say that again. There is no shame in the game, right? I always tell people you never should on yourself, just like you should never should on your mat. You should never should on your workout. You're just going to live and you're going to be human. Now, that's not to say, let's go, right? That's not to say like, we've got this, your big goals are amazing. But what I'm here to tell you is that your mindset on how you approach every single day is what's going to matter the most. You are not what you do in these like big moments or these big intervals. You are what you do consistently. And it's the cumulative effect of what seemingly in the moment are small, simple things that make the biggest difference. So for those of you that are just excited and you don't really know where to start, I want you to just start with being so grateful that you're alive. And tomorrow when you wake up, I want you to take 10 deep breaths. I want you to give your body that oxygen that molecular hydrogen is going to give you, right? All that alkaline, raw fruit and vegetables going to get you, and all of the things. But what I want you to focus on first and foremost is getting into your body. And anytime you start to feel like you're getting away from the good behavior, the next step, the workout, the conversation, maybe you get a little bit like me where I'm like, I don't really like to show my real stuff on Instagram or like Facebook. I don't like people to really know what I'm doing, right? I'm incredibly private. I'm a Scorpio. I'm a double Scorpio. That means like, I want to do all of my biggest shit in the back, in like with the door closed. I'm like, I'm not even back here. So I get it. And so what I do before I know that I'm going to like post something or put something out for the world to see which keeps me accountable, and I know that in my truth helps somebody else to get over their little hurdle, I take a deep breath and I remember why I'm doing it. And I think that's the big key for me: breathing, grounding, centering, and remembering why I'm here, and also what I represent for the bigger part of this. I mean, you're not alone anymore. Okay. So it's not a me game. It's not I've got a goal. I'm in a challenge. There are thousands of people here going, I'm on the line too. I want to improve too. I want to feel better too. And you know what I know about winning? Here's what I know. I've won all by myself and I've won on a team. And I'm sure you can guess which one felt better looking back over the journey. So know why you're here, but also be willing to tell that story. I think one of the coolest things about this group, and Jessie said he's doing it. I'm like, well, what do you want? I'm willing to do anything. I'm willing to serve. I'm super excited about this. It's also a good time for me to screw it in a little bit, a little tighter, do a little bit better. Coming out of summer months, all that kind of stuff. But I think the other piece of that is if I'm on the team of champions, what kind of player do I want them to rely on in me? So one of the things that I do when I do group things, it doesn't matter if it's fitness or it's nutrition or it's business or it's whatever, mom club. I think, what kind of player do I want to be? I want to be the player that You want me to have that ball. You want to throw it over. So I go into the challenge going, all right, I'm going to do the things like add inspiration because that's what I need, right? I'm going to do the things like actually be authentic and tell my struggles because guess what? That's relatable to me. And for the people that are in here that are just going to crush it, maybe that's not relatable to other people. So if you're one of those people that's like, all I did today was drink my water, guess what? I'm going to tell you, you posting your water is going to inspire thousands of people to say, hey, you know what? I didn't do all 10 things I wanted to do, but I did one. That means I was successful in that one element. So I've said a lot of different things, but the key is this. The key is you get to show up and be part of something bigger than you. And all the way, we're all rising up. So the mindset for if you're asking me, how do you win? How do you go through a training season? You start with the end in mind. You start with knowing why you're here, but what you want to feel at the end. And then you bring that feeling right here. That's why I'm such a big proponent of breathing. I'm such a big proponent of being present and being mindful. That also means sometimes you got to turn that technology off. You got to put your foot down in the earth. You got to get barefoot. You got to get raw. You got to get connected to the things that sensory wise, eyes, nose, ears, mouth, body, pull you back into this moment. And every time that you wonder if you're going to be able to do it and you second guess, how challenging this is, or you're a little extra sore, you remember the feeling and you remember why you're here. And all of a sudden, once again, you're going to get one little push to get going. And that's the key. All it is one next decision, because next decision that you make is always the most important, the most impactful, and the most empowering decision that you get to make. It's not 10 days from now. It's not 30 days from now. You don't future your joy and you don't future your success. You call it into your reality here. You've already been successful. You said yes to you. You said yes to becoming and feeling and owning the version inside of you that makes you most proud, most vibrant, most confident. Sexy, baby. I mean, this stuff is sexy. Being the full version of yourself and giving no, about what anybody else thinks. I think that is stone cold sexy. So I want you to bring your sexy. I'm going to bring my sexy. Jesse's going to bring his sexy. And at the end, we're going to see whose journey felt and resonated the most to make a winning. And then everybody else is going to celebrate the exact same here because there is no losers. There is no failure. There is just lessons. There is just growth. And there's just stories that we tell filling our books with a little bit more depth and a little bit more soul. So welcome to Club Fit Challenge. 60 days starts tomorrow. Here's another thing you want to do. You want to get rid of all the things that are going to pull your time and attention away tonight. Okay. So I was talking about tomorrow, but we're still today. We're still today. Hold on. I was actually futuring. I want tonight to be the day you close the door. Okay. Go shut those bonbons in the trash can, and open them up. Let the raccoons get them. I want you to, put your running shoes by your door. I want you to take your supplements and line them on wherever you're going to take them. For me, it's my kitchen counter. I walk through my kitchen a million times a day. Guess what? I'm always reminded, I want you to have your grocery lists ready. I want you to buy those fruits and vegetables. I want you to be prepared. We're going to talk you through some of the details along the way of how you can meal prep, how you can set yourself up for success, how you can look in your refrigerator and win versus just sit there and, But today is really the day where you say no to who you were and no to the places in your life that you feel like were making you less than what you really want to be. Tonight's the night that you purge, okay? You want to set yourself up into a position to focus, and to easily choose success. You're going to human proof yourself a little bit, right? You're going to human proof. You're going to buffer. You're going to buffer it a little bit. Here's another thing, and I'm going to speak to the ladies. Jessie, you can speak to the guys on this. Ladies, you all have some skinny jean, a dress, something in your wardrobe where you're like, because when Jessie puts that on, it gets real. It gets on. It gets electric. And I want you for 60 days to hang it on the outside of your closet. I want you to put it or in front of your mirror. I want it front and center. And I want you to have all these little visual triggers that don't take you down, take you up. The key to this challenge is that you're elevating, right? You're not being challenged to break. You're not being challenged to get to feel bad. It's not a journey of self-discipline. I hate it when people are like, discipline, cheat meals. Like, use language that empowers you. Use language that makes you feel incredible about the decisions that you're making. If it is a cheat meal, no, it's a celebration meal, okay? You are not disciplined, you are dedicated. You're persevering because you're worth it. Challenge yourself. So fill your home with the things that elevate your mind visually, auditorily. Get that playlist set up. So when you wake up in the morning, you go bam. And already you are moving more than you have all week. And maybe Jesse's got his videos and he's just left. Right. Keep it simple, right? I don't know. I'm not doing that kind of dance. I'm doing like, hey, pump it up. But I want you to be successful, just like I would want me to be successful. So I'm telling you the things that matter to me. I want to feel the energy. I want to feel committed, but I also want to feel really present in my commitment. And I want to feel really good that I'm saying yes to myself. I don't want anything in my life or in my rooms. I want Post-it notes that say you're amazing. I want clothes on the walls that tell me I'm sexy, I'm confident, I'm beautiful. I want food that is fueling purpose in my body so that I can smile bigger, talk longer, speak faster, work out harder, and everything in between. But that's because I've already done my why. I can get this crazy and this excited because it's real. And so that's what today is about, everybody. Getting real, getting vulnerable, connecting to this part of yourself, because that's actually why you're here. It's not just because it's a good idea. We never make decisions just because it's logical. We make decisions because it's emotional. And being healthy is the most worth it journey that you're ever going to go on. This is the journey that there's always the next day one. It starts to make me cry because there's always a reset. And we are so excited to deliver to you. We are so excited to love on you. We are so excited to support you. We are so excited to sweat by you, be sore with you, and then at the end of the day, tell the stories of how it all went. So I'm open to any questions, but I'm just so grateful to be here next to Jessie. Jessie inspires me more than anything. And I'm just super, super stoked to be with this team of the facilitators and participants, because I know in 60 days, we're going to look back and we're going to go, we changed lives by saying yes to putting ourselves in a position to change our own life. And I can't think of anything more profound or exciting than that. So congratulations. It's day one tomorrow.
Oh my God, it's so exciting. Oh, Jess, you get me fired up when you talk. I love you. And I'm so grateful to have you part of this process and journey and a part of our lives together. And you're right. Look, and here's the thing: if you don't take time for your wellness, you will be forced to take time for your illness. And a lot of people right now is unfortunately in our society, we actually don't celebrate health. We celebrate recovery from crisis.
Right.
So when someone has a crisis and all of a sudden they're better, we celebrate that, but we don't celebrate the person who never got cancer, who never had diabetes, we don't really celebrate that as much. But one of the things on this journey is part of this is going to be tracking. All right. So I just want to give you a couple of tips here and getting yourself prepared. Look, Amazon Prime is pretty awesome. You can get most stuff, like get your pill boxes, right? Get your little thing, get your little scale, right? And there's so many free apps. There's so many great ones out there where you can start tracking. And some of it is just mindfulness. Because a lot of times we don't realize that, okay, I just ate my kids' leftover, gummy snacks, and holy cow, that was 250 calories that just went in that I didn't even really need, didn't even really want. But it's those little things. So one of the ones I like, MyFitnessPal, is a pretty good one. It's free. You can download it. And there's tons of them. If there's ones that you really love, where you can start kind of tracking, your workouts, tracking a little diary of what you eat. It's one of the best things that I learned in learning about health for me, was the awareness of what I was putting in my body. And then looking at it going like, holy cow, maybe I can make a better decision. And one of the biggest things that I learned and from some health classes that I talked to, a lot of people say, well, is this good for me? And a great question to ask yourself or think about is, compared to what? When someone says, is this Cliff Bar, really good for me? Well, compared to a Snickers, yes. Compared to your shake and greens, not as good. But there's always that compared to. And what we're trying to do is this, for some of you, is going from 0 to 100 in this could be overwhelming. And don't throw your whole day out because you blew one decision. And that was the thing I used to do, right? I wake up in the morning and all of a sudden, oh man, I was supposed to do this. And then I made a decision. I was like, that's it. I'll to start tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes, I'll wait till Monday. And then after Monday, it's like, wait till the new year. You know what I mean? So don't ruin a whole day off of one decision. We want to get you back on the horse here. Now, I also want to make sure you guys know everything in this group stays private in this group. Every discussion, every post, every conversation is for this group only. And it's not for people outside. It's not to be discussed outside, because this is where we're going to get vulnerable to support each other through this process. Now, I also want you guys to know is you're going to be seeing different pop-up classes that you can participate in, where you maybe try something you've never tried before. You're like, I've never tried yoga. Maybe you didn't feel comfortable even going to the yoga studio, but you can log on to Zoom and not even have your camera on, and you're doing yoga in your room. You're like, I think I got it, right? So downward, upward, sideways, warrior one, like, what is that, right? So some of you guys are like, man, I'd love to try a hip hop class, but I feel too uncomfortable going. Well, that's all right. You're going to have an opportunity. I'm going to teach you a hip hop class. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have lots of different things. We're going to have the Zumba class. Now, I do know there are those of you that are professionals in fitness and in this industry. Please reach out to me. So send me an email. I'd love to have you included in being a part of the people helping transform people's lives through this challenge, because there's so many people that are experts in this. The other thing I also want you guys to know, obviously submitting your documents tomorrow, is this. Tomorrow, we're going to ask you to post up your before and afters, your measurements. Get it out there, right? So I am so excited about doing mine, right? So we're going to be doing it, right? Number one. So not all stays here inside of this group. It's very, very important, okay? But the other thing that I want you guys to know is this. After Monday, we're going to be changing up the settings, right? From everybody being able to post to we're going to have admins being able to post, so we don't have anything lost. And we're going to be having posts like, show your proof of sweat, and everybody will be able to comment. Show your healthy meal today. Show your shake today. So there's going to be specific posts that everybody will be able to comment like on. So that way, because if 1,000 people post up every day their workout, and their meal every day, that's 4,000 posts a day, and it could get overwhelming inside of this group, which is a good problem to have, right? So, but also you'll be able to send messages directly to us. We'll be able to connect with you, and then don't worry, we want to make sure that there's ways for you guys to be able to communicate. But tomorrow, if you don't have a buddy in your group, like an accountability buddy, now would be the time to get it, right? So, and we're going to put a post up tonight and said, who's looking for accountability partner or whatever that is, and find yourself a buddy, all right? Find somebody that can help hold you accountable personally through this growth, because the community will help you through this as well. So you're going to be submitting your emails tomorrow. You're going to be posting up. If you want to be eligible for the $10,000 in prizes, the 100 massage guns, the 12 trips to Mexico, the 4 flights, you got to send the email. So, so please make sure people do that. Number one. The other thing that so Jess, when it comes to fitness and working out, obviously any excuse will do, right? My screen door fell off. I couldn't get to the gym. You can't just let your house fall apart. But when it comes to this, is for those maybe that don't have a membership or any of those things, how are some of the ways that they can fit this in with being a busy, career and kids and young ones? Because I know you got a young one at home right now. So what are some tips maybe for those getting started? Because tomorrow we need to get our sweat on, and how can I fit this into my day, being a busy day already?
Well, the first thing I always believe is, you got to plan it. Right. If you had a busy week of meetings and you had them booked in your calendar and you knew that they were coming up, you wouldn't miss them. Right. So it's also to understand that maybe it's not a 60-minute workout. I think some people have this idea that I got to go to the gym for 60 minutes, 2 hours, whatever. I always tell people, if you're at the gym for 2 hours, you're at the water can way too much, my friend. Like, I don't know what you're doing in there, but like you can get in and get out. So what I would start with is what is reliable and consistent in your schedule. So if it's 10 minutes, if it's 20 minutes, commit to it consistently and put it into your calendar. The other thing is nowadays, because we're all coming from all different walks of life and all different budgets and all different styles of movement, literally you can go on YouTube or you can go on Instagram or you can come into this group, and that's going to be a big thing. And you can do basic things like, I'm going to walk around my block, maybe I'm going to do 20 push-ups, 20 squats, and I'm just going to be done, right? You commit to something. What I would tell people that are new to movement and message to me, I will help you figure out what this is. And I'm going to call it your fitness litmus test. So let's say it's 20 squats or 20 lunges, 20 push-ups, a plank. every week so that you have the same thing that you're coming back to every single week so you can feel the progress. That's a really big confidence booster, and it really helps you stay committed. Versus if I always do a different thing, it's easy to be like, well, I didn't lose 100 pounds yet. But you're going to feel stronger. You're going to feel committed. So plan it, keep it together, commit to something. I would say start with, maybe it's a 10-minute window of walking around the block, some deep breaths. And we're happy, and that's the other thing that I'm happy to personalize for anybody, but planning.
Planning. And another app for those of you guys, one of the ones I love is there's one called Runtastic or push-ups, where you can literally, it tracks your push-ups, your sit-ups, and your squats. And what you do is this, you just put it on the floor and you just do push-ups and hit your nose to the thing, or you do your squats with it and it tracks it for you. And it shows you how many to do every day. One of the things I want you to be careful of is I remember when I got into one of these for the first time, I did like everything that I had never done all in one day. And the next day my body was like, you messed up. You done messed up. So some of it is being kind and being patient with yourself on some of these things. And through this process and this journey, we're not looking for perfection, it's progress. The only one you're really competing with is yourself. And don't hide out, reach out. That's what this group is here to support you with on whatever you're going through. Now, we are going to be fielding questions and taking questions on the challenge and all that other stuff. And there's going to be more people, but tonight is the last chance for you to invite people to participate in the challenge, because they need to be able to submit their email tomorrow. So who do you know is that last person that wants to be able to participate? And some of you guys, like my neighbor, whatever it is, and be like, well, listen, if they order their products tonight, they won't get them for a couple of days. So you can share your products with them for a couple of days and then go get your scooper back and get it back from them when they get their products. But I can tell you what, guys, it's these products and this program combined together are kind of an amazing opportunity for people to get their power back in their health. And for those of you guys that have had that experience, like I have, where, you were doing things that were obtainable, but not sustainable, and actually long-term were detrimental to your health, and making more conscious decisions, and really falling in love with yourself, because your body is your temple and it's what's going to take you to the experiences around the world, and being able to be later in life, being able to play with your kids instead of them, going, or your grandkids or your grandkids. And I have a feeling by the time many of us get a little bit older, there's going to be a lot of cool technology that's going to help us get there even longer. But what good is it if we're so exhausted, we've got nothing left in our tanks? And so having an opportunity to fuel ourselves, and I believe that there's no greater gift that you can give to anyone than helping them get their power back in their health and their wellness, because your wealth really is your health. And for those that are interested in the other aspects we have in our company, we're excited to be able to share that with you as an agent. The purpose of this for the next 60 days is to transform your life. And I know that you can do that here with this program. So stay connected with all the programs, stay on the lives, and be a commenter and be a liker. Your goal is to be the best cheerleader, the best team player ever. And the reason why is there's a chance to win. For those of you guys that don't know, right? If you get onto, I think we got Facebook here, but if you go to Facebook, I'll show you guys here real quick. So it's kind of cool. And we go to our ClubFitChallenge. We can see here, ClubFitChallenge. Inside of the group is we got a lot more requests coming in here, right? So we can actually see who is the top contributors in the group of the people who are liking the most, commenting the most, and there's 20 massage guns that are going to be given away, our branded massage guns, for the top 20 contributors in the group. So literally you can win from that category as well, from being somebody that is cheering everybody on the most inside of the group. So I'm excited about that. Monty, you're on number one, bumped out Katie. By the way, Katie, thank you so much for all the posts and comments. I know being the professional that you are in this industry, I know you're going to help so many people through this challenge. So I'm going to be calling on you. But Jess, I know you've got a little one going to be transferring over to another webinar. Any final closing thoughts here in preparing for tonight and getting ready for tomorrow? Because this isn't the end of our conversations. This is just the beginning of our coaching for the next 60 days.
My last words are just to recap exactly what you said. Lead with awareness, study yourself, and feel into what you're doing. Don't need to come out of this thing like a gun, right? You don't need to be the bullet out of the gun. Listen to your body, progress over progression, one day at a time. It's going to be an amazing journey, but one day, day one starts tomorrow. So listen to your body, do what's best for you. And I can't wait to see how these stories evolve and to be there with you guys along the way. So thank you so much, Jessie. You're a rock star. And also, I cannot wait to do your hip hop dance class.
It's gonna be good.
Let's go.
And it's gonna be an old school class because I'm kind of old school. So it'll be a throwback class for those of you guys. We'll get a little bit of Running Man, maybe some Roger Rabbit in there. Who knows what's gonna happen? But it's gonna be a lot of fun. Just for sake of finishing properly, I want everybody here. Let's just take a deep breath, get ourselves grounded, and we're gonna take a deep 3-second inhale. Ready and go. 1. Hold it, and let it out. That was so good. We're gonna do one more, except for this time, when you let it out, I want you to moan, and I want you to moan like you mean it. Ready? One deep one in, and exhale.
We're the only ones that could hear.
Welcome. Welcome to your Club Fit Challenge. I can't wait to see all the posts tomorrow. And I can't wait to be a participant enjoying in the process with you for the next 60 days. Have a great night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.